Welcome everybody to the Fives of the Week. It's the fastest growing podcast in the Motor City. Making picks and predictions, talk life that we live in. Various opinions, all love with the vision. Running our division, court, field, or rink. We gamble with Campbell, don't care what y'all think. A whole different twist on the top 5 list. Check the time on your wrist. Are you ready for this? Cause it's time to press play and step into the game. Get your popcorn ready, never know what we'll say. Play to win it all, we can never back down. In our blood to stand tall and represent our town. Detroit Rock City and we always stay gritty. Hosted by your boy Fillie, now it's time to get busy. You with me?
What up, world? Welcome to the Fives of the Week podcast, episode 171. It's your boy Fillie.
Hollywood Apple Snatch.
Chi.
And your boy Just James.
Oh, wow. This guy.
One of the original pioneers.
Yes, the pioneer.
Oh,
Your
and we
boy's
don't
in
stop.
town.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing?
All right. It's good to be back.
Yes,
Man,
always a pleasure.
It's been some time, bro.
It's been so long, I can't even believe it. We're in a new setup and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, man. So for those that don't know, Just James is a co-founder of this show. Actually, the founder of the show. Because without him, I'm probably not doing this. So kudos to you, man. This is always
Yes,
going to be
brother.
part of you, brother. So thank you. And as always, this show is brought to you by Texas Roadhouse Novi. Go see them for lunch at 11 a.m. starting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also, Dakota Heat Hot Sauce. Remember to go type in that 515 promo code for 15% off your order. Shout out to Stellar Snacks, Jake Bolden, for hooking us up. And also St. Clair Shores Green Hornets football and cheer program, one of the greatest youth programs around. So with that being said, boys, Just James, how the hell you been, man? Tell the world what the hell you been up to. I know you had a star moment tonight with when Cheech pulled up bumping your shit. That had to feel good.
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, it's always crazy when someone's playing your music, especially when you don't know who they are, and they don't know who you are, and they're playing your music. It's the craziest feeling in the world. I really appreciate that.
No
Man.
problem, man. It's good stuff.
That was surreal. But yeah, everything's been good, man. Just busy. Got married. Marriage is going well, really well. Almost coming up on a year in September. So
How awesome.
like time
Yes,
flies, man. It's
How
crazy.
awesome.
Congratulations, my brother.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you being there.
Absolutely. Familia's upstairs. We got Ma and the wifey in the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, a lot of good people. And big news, man. Danny Payne's going mano a mano with your boy. How do you feel about that, Hollywood?
Danny Payne. Danny Payne. Listen here from Quebec, Canada. You may be trying to bite off more than you can chew, my friend. Be very, very careful what you ask for, Danny Payne.
Cheech, what do you think? You think he's got a shot to take the strap off me?
Danny Payne, I don't know, man. That guy's... I would hope not, but he's sneaky, he's crafty. You never know what he's going to do, but I got faith in my boy.
Appreciate you, man.
More money.
It'll be a good one.
It's going to be a battle. There ain't no doubt. I'm not taking anybody lightly.
No, absolutely not.
Been
You can't
training
take Danny
tough.
Boy lightly.
And Jay, I mean, I know you watched the show from New York, man. I mean, you saw Danny. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I mean, you look like an asshole, man. So, that's what you want in a villain, but you got to put an asshole down. You know what I mean?
Hey,
You got to put him down hard.
Yeah, yeah.
So my money's gonna be on you.
No lube on that bad boy. Straight up raw.
That's what I'm saying,
That's
man.
what I'm saying, man.
So, brother, you still doing music or what's up?
Doing a little bit of music, not as much as I want to, just because life, you know.
Yeah.
And so now that I'm married, everything, it's priorities, family first. My father-in-law had some back issues, so we had to go over there and help him out when we can, and just stuff like that. It's just work's been crazy, so it's been kind of difficult to get back into music, but I'm still writing, always working on new stuff. It's just
We got to get a
haven't been
poster
avoided.
of you, brother. We got to get your label with your
Yeah.
signature on it, Fives of the Week, because you're the pioneer of it. So
Oh,
we can
man.
hang this bad boy up, and you know what I mean?
We
As
can do
many as
that.
you want.
We can do that.
I mean, because you're that big now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
You're
appreciate
you know
it.
you're the original from this, and that means a lot to all of us.
Dude,
what
I
I'm
remember we
saying?
started, this thing was smaller. Now it's all grown up.
Yeah, you see, we come a long way. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is really crazy to see what
Yeah.
you guys have done. Even that event, like I was telling Fillie, it's nuts to see how you guys have built this thing and continued to grow it. It's crazy.
We didn't even think like we kept questioning each other like, wow, look where we're at. Look at who would have thought. And it's been over a month,
even
month and a half.
Even the day of, we're thinking, if we get 60 people in there, 50 people, we had 120 people in that building, man.
Wow.
And I mean, at the end, man, they were all. It was badass.
crazy.
It was badass.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe how real it looked too. That was the crazy part.
Yeah.
I thought Philly was hurt for real. I was like, yo, what the? Are we gonna have to? Am I gonna have to take a trip? Like, what's going on?
Well, bro, I mean, obviously, wrestling, it's a whole thing. Yes, it's orchestrated, but I can honestly say doing it and being trained, I hate when people say it's fake because I was hurting after that for weeks. Let me tell you. And there's still some lingering things, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
no joke. Anybody that steps in a ring, I think you got to give props to because there's people that get paralyzed. You know what I mean? There's people that break shit, tear muscles, all that kind of stuff. So
He got better real quick because C Rebel was about to give a mouth to mouth. He's like, I'm good.
And you know what? You look at it, Just James, it's you owe it to the fans.
Yeah.
And like we said, we must perform at a high level for the fans. This is about you. This is your treat from us to you.
Yeah.
You know, giving back. Look at you come there, you support us. You've been listeners and everything like that. This is what it is, but it's just things are getting better and better. More things come up on the horizon. You know what I mean? And you know, whether like one day when who knows, I decide to retire, you know what I mean, from the cast. I'm always going to be alumni of this. You know, maybe somebody else transpires and comes in here, but it still keeps going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't know when that'll be. You know what I mean? That could be episode 1,000. It could be episode 500. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just you're always looking for fresh. You know what I mean? To strive this product.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's credit to everybody that's been a part of this because it's not easy, you know, because it
Yeah.
is a big commitment, you know. And we were fortunate enough, you know, Cheech, when you came along, all the guests we've had over the years, and
Yeah.
you know, we've done a lot in a short period of time, and the hope is to continue to do more. So thankful for all the support that we get because without you guys supporting us,
Absolutely.
the
Absolutely.
show is not really, you know.
And sometimes it's almost unbelievable. You know, like
Yeah.
when we ask each other and we like, wow, you know, like when we ask and we want people on here, you know, we want you on here for a reason. You
Yeah.
know, if you can't make it, you let us know, whatever, that's fine. Because with planning and scheduling, there's all planning, just like, you know, like you were saying, too, with the summer. You know, we never did that before. We were going 4 strong in the summer. But it takes its toll. So, you know, and then there's roll-offs, like I did a roll-off and stuff like that, just to keep, you know what I'm saying? Keep you pickled a little bit and on that, but to understand that we all have families and stuff.
Boy's
Yeah.
mine. The boy's mine.
Get a little dwindled.
We still need a midget on here, though.
Oh, no doubt
That's
about
my
it.
dream.
You almost got. That's why I came. I'm almost there. I'm just a little bit tall. That's it.
All right, boys. Well, oh, James, real quick. So I know you got music out there. Tell the people where they could find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Just James Music, JUST James Music, and then also on Spotify, Just James. It's all one word.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir. You will not be disappointed. So there's a lot to talk about, including some breaking
Lot to
news
talk
today.
about.
So here we go. All right, boys. So P. Diddy, not guilty on 3 of the 5 counts. What is the actual term, Easy? About the prostitution? I think the sex trafficking he was found not guilty on. The racketeering, not guilty.
Not guilty.
The transportation to prostitutes, something along those lines. So I think he's facing like 20 years.
Yeah.
Were you guys surprised by that, Cheech? What do you think? Like,
I was a little surprised. I still need to hear more about how they came to these decisions today, but I thought they were going to nail him with all 5 counts.
They struggled on that 5th one, they said, right? Was it the 5th?
Yeah.
it was one of them. Yeah,
That was the one that they struggled on. And I don't know, was it the way it was presented to them that some didn't understand? You know, I don't know.
Now, do you guys feel like the evidence was more damning to Diddy than it was like for the Trump situation? Because someone had posted about it, and I found it interesting. Like, you have all this evidence against Diddy, However, you don't have that clear-cut evidence against Trump, and he's found, guilty pretty much on all that stuff. It's kind of interesting. Like, what is that?
Tit for tat.
Well, I think with the Diddy stuff, that's deep, man. There's a lot of people that don't want their name coming across that screen. So there's a lot of money coming in that no one knows about that's covering that shit up. I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Yeah. I agree with that too. I think a lot of people probably were involved in, at the least, the parties.
Yeah.
And they don't even
Here's $500,000.
Yeah, we let them documents out.
Yep.
You're taking down a whole lot of people, and that
Whole
means
lot
even
of people.
federal people.
Even people in that same courtroom.
No doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing that sucks is even if you're just if this guy's throwing a party like Hugh Hef threw a party, how do you know that's the same as some of these other parties he threw? Maybe some of these celebrities go there thinking it's just like a Hugh Hefner party with Diddy, and they find out it's something worse, but now their name's attached to it. And he seems like the type to have and keep information to keep him safe, to blackmail people.
Yeah, which he said he did a lot.
Yeah. So now you went there one time and you thought it was just something normal.
Now I got a photo of you doing.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit.
You see what I'm saying?
So now you're praying he doesn't get caught because you're on that list.
But how do you get out of that? I mean, that's just wrong. You know what I mean?
It is.
You've been drugged. Yeah, get him a drink. Why is it always get him a drink?
Some say the boy had a boy in a compromised position.
See, because you're putting that shit in the drink, and then you're delivering it.
Yeah.
But the big deal is what happens with the baby oil industry now in that part.
Stock's going up, baby.
In that
We back.
part of
We back.
shit's going up, bro.
Yeah, either that or we can't take a hit.
Oh, that's crazy.
We got to continue the oil. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a hit if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. I just think that if the guy wants to be a freak, that's on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What he decides to do, but when you have it escalated where you see it on tape, and they told some of them jurors, what you're going to see here, and some couldn't handle it.
No.
Some like, what are you talking about? They're like, we told you what you were going to see.
Yeah.
Like, why are you making a mockery of, laughing?
Yeah.
And they told them, they got serious with him. The things you're going to see on this, it's not normal.
You know what's really crazy, though, is Cassie's got a husband now with kids, and I think he was there. And if they're showing footage...
God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, how does that guy feel?
How do you unsee that?
That's tough.
You can't.
How do you look at her?
Yeah. And she's got text messages, saying she was down. But then you see the footage of him beating her up. So it's like...
It's got to be an awful position for her to be into. Because you feel like no matter what you do, you're trapped in a sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? So you almost got to succumb to the pressure.
Yep.
If you're her, otherwise it's career suicide.
It's one thing like to hear about it,
Yeah.
but there's footage now too.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Sure.
no, this.
And you were once in love with this man, right?
Yep.
He told me to do this, but then it got beyond that part.
Yep. Exactly.
And no means no, correct?
Yep.
We all know this. And just, it doesn't matter. He's got power. Whatever I say, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got to do this,
Yeah.
And I just don't understand, the beatings and all that stuff. I mean,
Oh, that's
Crazy,
that's the terrible
can't
part.
see it. That's the horrible part.
And we watched a documentary on Diddy the other night, and you look at the dude. He's a visionary, man. I mean, this dude had the world by the balls.
Oh, yeah.
essentially. And you have that dark side when you have all this money and power.
He sure the fuck did, didn't he? God damn. Woo wee.
It's crazy. Do you think that's what it is? I mean, does the money really talk?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think he got to a point where he thought he couldn't be touched. It's like when he was when you seen him in his office and he had his little spat and he was throwing the phone and the thing. Yeah, he's like, I can't be stopped.
I feel like it's like any other drug. When you first are a little kid, you first get that first woody. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
first
you remember
see-
that one, man? You know what I'm
see that
saying?
girl for the first time, and you're like, oh, this is crazy. She touches you one little quick second, you're like, oh, you're over the moon. But then this guy has he can get anybody he wants. How do you keep that up? You got to go for something crazier and wilder.
And that's the
wilder.
thing, because he could get whatever he wanted.
Yep.
AP, we got another one over here. She a young one. You see what I'm saying?
Great.
And that's somebody's daughter. That's, you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just, no.
Oh, it's wild, man. In other news, Randy Moss, he's coming back to the set
Is he clear?
After beating cancer, he said
Yeah, I
he's
saw
coming
Good
back.
that.
stuff, man. Good stuff.
Good to hear.
So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Because he had to actually leave, right? Because he was so sick last year.
Yeah, he stepped away like
He
late in
stepped
the
away.
season.
Yeah,
He was getting a little yellow-eyed.
Yeah,
He looked really... He
little
looked,
jaundice.
yes. That was sad.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, great analysis too. I didn't, or analyst. I was surprised at how good he actually was. So Hollywood, what do you got for news?
Well, some idiot even on that, it's like, well, you guys all got moss. It's like, are you stupid? You know what I mean? Not even taking the guy's sickness seriously. Why would you say that?
We're always gonna have those trolls.
Yeah.
on there, man. It's just, it is what it is.
Trolls are tools.
A little bit of both. Man.
This is crazy. So this guy gets released from the hospital. He goes to Jobby Nooner. He's going to ball it. He's having a hell of a time. He's partying.
Explain what Jobby Nooner is to the people out there.
Ladies and
Real
gentlemen,
quick.
Jobby Nooner is a big-ass party on the water where there's a bunch of boats, a lot of activities going on.
A lot of bars.
No, the bars are in the water. And there's a lot of naked people. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. But it's one big bash.
Yeah.
And so this guy decided that a few of his buddies were like, hey, man, drink that cup over there. It was filled. 7-Up cup. Big gulp. This guy downs this shit. Puts him in the hospital. Now, mind you, this guy has, when they find out, because he got sick badly, there was a woman's toenail in there.
Oh,
There was a Band-Aid in there. There was some tape in there. 2 beads. I don't know if they asshole beads or your other beads.
I think the beads came from Diddy.
Some gasoline. Some other oil in there.
Holy shit.
And then there was a White Castle slider
Come on.
in there, amongst other things that
Well,
probably
that
were
makes
still-
it a little better.
And he gulped it down, thought he was cool because he's drunk. You know, his buddy's like, hey, man, do that, will you? And put him in the hospital. Very sickly. And he got out, and who knows from there what's going to happen to his body. But it was hopefully a lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't. I'm sure there was piss in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Just, it could be disgusting.
that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That this idiot would even do it.
And they said there was like 1,200 boats out there.
Yes.
If not more.
And there was another person that did it, too. But it was something different than the big gulp.
Holy shit.
Filled. No way, dude.
Oh, that was a big gulp cup.
Yeah, it was big gulp.
there's a lot of shit in there.
So it may have been sitting off on the side, and they said, hey, man, grab that and drink that. We dare you, bro.
Like a fucking bucket of chicken, man.
Oh, disgusting. Another one. How about, did you guys hear about Ric Flair going to these bars in Tampa, Florida, Gainesville, and this guy literally shitting himself?
I read something about it.
Soiling himself
I
in the
saw
place.
him on the news, but I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, I could not believe it. I'm like, you're Ric Flair, bro. The nature. Are you kidding me?
So because he couldn't hold it, or
I don't
is
know
this
what his
is
problem
this
is.
new shtick?
He's been doing this shit. So
No pun intended.
these other bars were calling around going, hey,
Bars.
have you had this guy in here? Ric Flair, the Nature Boy? Because he's shitting all over the place in here. I don't know if he's getting just stupid drunk and losing his bowel movements or what. But yeah, they were putting a warning out on him that he goes to these bars and then he shits himself
What's it
in there.
sound like when he shits?
Woo! I
don't
couldn't
have it pulled up.
That's so sad.
It's coming up. This is
How do you feel about that?
That's crazy. How old is Ric Flair?
He's another one, man, that just cannot let go of the life.
No, you can't.
Hanging around and
Hanging around.
and just hanging on, dude. It's like, let it go, brother.
She said
Enough is enough, man.
One waitress said he
Ric
literally
Flair is 76 years old.
76 years old, and he's woo, woo, with these chicks and everything, but he's shitting on himself.
One more time. How's he do that?
Oh, God, woo, woo, woo. But, like, come on, Rick, go home. Go home, dude.
Yeah, it's enough.
Go home, bro.
That is sad.
It's embarrassing. Oh, and last but not least, what do you guys think about this Liver King and Joe Rogan thing?
Yeah, what
Have
was
you
with
seen
that? He
it?
attacked him?
No, he was going to go. He wanted to fight. He goes, I think you got to fight this barbarian, which is me, and you got to look at the guy. The guy looks like he's a caveman, and he's going, I'm trying to relive how the ancestors lived. This is how they did it. And so one guy had called him out and was talking about the steroid. I mean, he's ripped. If you look at him, he is ripped top to bottom. So he goes, well, Liver King's going to train today, and he's pulling these weights behind through the water and mud. His ankles got weights on him. He's got weights on his shoulder. And then at times he'll sit at the table like a barbarian. I'm having some balls here today. Good. He's grabbing all kinds of meat. But, yeah, he made threats to Rogan. So he went on a travel to his town, and Rogan told him, hey, listen, I don't even know this guy, man. Like, what's going on? So they arrested him, put him in jail, and then he talked about it. He goes, I lost about 5 pounds because I was put away in jail. Joe put me away. He goes, all I want a man-to-man fight. But you got to see it. It's very, very bizarre.
Does he have like long brownish hair? With
Yes.
big beard?
Yes.
I know you're
Pull him, you'll
Okay,
see.
I saw that guy
He
then.
carries like this pack of stuff on there. He goes,
Yeah.
He goes, when we go to the airport, me and my kids, he's got these weird names, and his wife too. We get out, and we're not like normal people. We get out, and we start immediately doing push-ups. And they all get out, the kids, the wife, they line up and start doing push-ups. That's how we start our day in this family. But listen to him, he's like, wow. And the guy sitting, he's like, yeah, he's not all there.
No,
Yeah.
doesn't
So-
sound like it.
Like, you got to watch these things because you don't know. But so he took something to heart that was said, and he literally wanted to fight Joe Rogan. And now Joe Rogan is Jiu-Jitsu. He goes, I don't want to fight a black belt, or, I want to, I want to be on all fours. And he was showing how he was crawling around on all fours. That's how we're going to fight. Like a barbarian.
Oh, so that guy was saying that?
Yeah, and he was crawling around like an animal. He's trying to go back to the way cave days.
That's crazy.
Look at it, dude. Look at it. It's bizarre. But you'll watch and you go, I can't believe it.
Easy said he'll fight him.
Easy will fight him. Absolutely. That's what I got for news. So we'll see what happens with that.
Okay.
That's bizarre.
That's wild, man. Cheech, what do you got, bro?
Daryl Thomas. Does that name ring a bell? Local
Never
man.
heard of him.
Daryl Thomas.
So Daryl Thomas owned a car wash in Detroit,
Okay.
and he passed away
Yes, I
a
heard
couple
about
weeks ago.
it. Yes.
After the funeral, everybody that came to the funeral was told to drive over to Gratiot and like Mount Elliott area. There was a plane flew over, and they threw $50,000 cash out to the
Yes.
people
Copter.
I seen
of the funeral.
Wow, that's
So if you were there,
Did you see some of the videos?
yeah, the people they lost their fucking mind, man. You can't say you can't do
They got
that.
money from the sky.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But they said they had, they had no altercations.
no,
People were
everybody
just-
everybody was super cool. They were helping people out.
How awesome, though, of an owner to give back.
Didn't he say that was his dream or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's why they
that was
wanted
his
to honor
dream,
that?
like to leave
Okay.
money, and
That's so
he
cool.
he died suddenly because he was going to do it in other ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But before he passed, he was bringing like relatives in, and he's giving them $5,000, $10,000.
What a great
you know?
guy.
Yeah,
That's what's up,
Yeah,
man. That's a blessing.
yeah. I don't know how old he was.
I'll tell you what, he wouldn't have got away with that on Grand River.
You understand?
Jimmy Swagger, 90 years old. He crashed. He
Oh,
died.
Jimmy, I seen that.
Yeah. So now he was like an evangelist, right? Kind of like who's that? Who's the weird guy that's got this show?
Olsen,
Olstein.
Yeah.
Joel Olstein.
Joel
But this guy was, I mean, he's a lot older than that.
Jimmy Swagger.
And there was some sad news on Sunday. What was it? 16-year-old kid. His name's Aiden Zing. He's a motocross champ in a race, and it's tight. And this kid's been racing motocross since he was like a little kid.
Right.
They come over on this one particular jump, and he lost it, and he got ran over like 8 times, and he died instantly.
Wow.
And it was so sad because like they showed all the highlights, and interviews with him, and everybody looked up to him. He was sponsored by Monster drinks and stuff like that. It was just like, man, it's like, here you got people like Charles Manson. They're in jail till they're 90 years old, 85 years old, you know, and this poor kid, man, it just sucks.
That's the thing that hurts deep.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I
they
mean?
said 2029, we might have a WNBA team back
Yeah, I
at
seen that.
Little Caesars.
Wow.
And if you remember correctly, who got inducted at the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame?
Oh,
what was her name?
Nolan.
Yeah, and she had, foreshadowed that, saying that stay tuned, Detroit
Yeah.
is on the radar for potentially bringing a WNBA
And
team back.
she's the one that has the wine bar in
Did you say bar?
Utica.
Bar.
And we can do the podcast there, she said.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, let's
yes,
do it.
yes.
Run it up, man.
Well, prayers out to that family of
Yeah,
that
it's
kid.
terrible.
That's sad.
Yeah. The Pistons, what do you think about? I know that we're going to do sports, but they signed Duncan Robinson. You like that?
I think so, as a piece.
3
my
years, $45 million. It's not
I
paying
don't know
a
if it's
ton.
worth that much.
Might be high, but the cap always goes up.
Yeah.
They spend crazy money in basketball.
We could have did better than that, I believe.
That's all I got for news.
Good stuff. James, anything of note you want to talk about?
I mean, what do you guys think about this bill getting passed?
Which one?
The big, beautiful bill.
Big bill, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it hurts the older people with the Medicare and they can't have none. I'm not for it.
Yeah.
I'll work my ass off to help them because they paved the way for me.
So my understanding is, as it is now, it would run out by what? Early
32, right?
2034, 5? something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that?
And why should
That's
we run
scary.
out? You know what I mean? Why should we all work and put into it?
Yeah.
And then we're not guaranteed when we get there? That ain't cool, man.
It's sad, man.
It is sad.
I've worked my whole life since I've been 12 years old. And then I may not have anything in the end for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was willing to take $1, $2 out to help.
But you paid into it
Yes.
your whole life.
Yes. Oh, sorry. We got to find another way.
Well, I had a friend. I was at work last week, and I mean, this shit was hilarious. But I was my buddy had to take a call at work, and because someone broke into his daughter's car, and he had a window shattered. So he said, I got to make this quick call, and I got to talk to the insurance guys. And I left the room, and I was doing a little bit of work, and I came back in, and every time I came back in, he was getting louder and louder on the phone. He was getting pissed off. This dude's like in his 60s. And the final one, he gets off the phone, he looks at me, and he goes, what the fuck's a deductible? And I'm like, it's what you got to pay before the insurance kicks in. He's like, so you're going to tell me I've been paying every month, and then I got to fucking still pay out of pocket for them to pay? It's just fucking, it made me laugh because I'm like, how long have we all been doing this with multiple areas in our lives, whether it's taxes or insurance or, Social Security? We don't get choices.
Yeah.
And we don't even know how this shit works.
No,
And
for
we
real.
still
You
got to
get in
pay
a fucking accident.
We still got to pay out of pocket.
Your deductible's, $800.
I said, dude,
great.
you got to set
Right,
that car on fire, man, because if it ain't cost $1,000,
Right,
you're going to pay for it
It's the
anyway.
biggest scam. I thought you were talking. You were probably talking to Jimmy and Chrissy.
Hey, how you doing? We got a guy for you.
We got a guy for you over here. Take care of it.
Shit, man, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, though. Think about car insurance, too, man. All the money that you pay and how often you use it. Granted, sometimes it does really come in handy.
For
Yeah.
sure, for
Right,
sure.
but
Yeah.
They tell you it's for that just in case. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that just in case cost me a lot of goddamn money right here.
But when the sad thing, you don't even get a percentage back. You're just paying. You never see that money again, man.
Right. Smooth talkers too. They're smooth.
they are.
And you don't want to get in an accident. So
No,
you don't
absolutely
even, You
not.
don't even want to get the help. Really, you're paying to
Yeah.
fucking. You're paying and hoping.
Paying to get hit. I'm paying to get hit, and you can't do shit for me anyway.
Oh shit, man, it's crazy.
So I don't think we had a chance to talk about it. So obviously, the U.S. decided to bomb Iran, and then was it 2 days, 48 hours after, they agreed to cease fire.
Yeah.
I believe they tried to counterattack, right? Mm-hmm. And the missiles were intercepted.
Which they thought they won.
So what do you guys think? I mean, in favor, not in favor? Obviously, because I think at the end of the day, nobody wants war per se, right? I think that's a fair assumption, but you also have to, protect the nation because I think, nuclear warfare could be catastrophic, clearly.
I believe like this, and I've said it on the roll off. Nobody wants the war, okay? But you know what? If the United States of America has to flex their muscle. It's going to be a muscle. China, Russia, none of them other worlds want to see. Because I honestly believe we are the best. And we will wipe you off the face of the earth. And, we don't want to be like that. We do not want to be like that. We want to work together. But when you're trying to swindle and you bring diseases and you try to carry them over to take our people out and stuff like that and doing the backdoor stuff, none of the politics are ever, there's not a straight fence. It's all crooked. Wheeling deals, stuff that we don't even know, that they can't even tell us.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like the love of, like this one guy was saying about, with cancer, with the chemo, he's like, my wife went through all this and blah, blah, blah. And how the chemo just ate her teeth out and everything like that.
Oh, man.
He was talking about the Beasley thing like this, how you owe money to a dental and all this. You know what I mean? He goes, my wife went through all this and you can't even pay and you make all that money, $30,000? What were you getting in your mouth? You know what I mean? And no, the stuff's got to stop. But that's how, as we get older and we see how ruthless the world is, we're only numbers. It doesn't
absolutely.
matter, man. It's population control. They control the foods in a different way. Maybe not tell you to go to the store like how they do in these other countries and stuff. But ingredients, you know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, he may live to be 90. I may get him at 60. You know what I'm saying? That's the world we live in. But I believe we have the best, most powerful military in the world.
Yeah, no doubt. You guys have any thoughts on the situation?
I just hope it doesn't get too crazy.
Yeah.
And they keep saying how they have sleeper cells in our country. Mm-hmm. We have yet to see that, but with the open borders, how they've been open the last, like before Trump got back in.
We don't know what's here.
Who the fuck knows, really?
It could be our own.
That's the thing that's so scary about it. They could be. I bet they are here. But you still can't, you can't let that be a reason to let bullies walk all over you.
Exactly.
Right,
stuff
right,
like
absolutely.
That. When I heard that happen, I was actually kind of happy. It's weird to say that, but nobody was killed, which is a number one great thing.
Great thing.
It's a lot better to say we bombed a facility than we bombed a hospital or we bombed people.
Yes.
That's number one. No Americans hurt. That's
Yes.
great. And then number two, it shows these other world leaders that we're not afraid to make a move. And what came out after is that I know Bush had said it, Obama has said it, that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Biden said it. Like every president pretty much said it, but Trump was the one that actually did something about it. And I thought that's a good move because at the end of the day, us being safe here is kind of an illusion. Because if you go someplace in the Middle East, I mean, we're separated by a lot of water and we have a strong military. But if you look at Israel per se, like I have a friend that was just visiting Israel when this happened for vacation. She works with me.
Yeah.
She went for 10 days. She spent 7 of those in a bomb shelter because they're bombing they're bombing that would be like your next door getting bombed. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We bomb facilities. They're bombing people.
Yeah.
Right.
And
We're bombing neighborhoods
so
and
we're,
stuff.
Yeah, so we're thinking we're safe every day, but that's because we got a lot of water separating us from countries that hate us, and we got a strong military. But if there wasn't, we'd be in danger unless you show these people that we're not afraid. And it's like Hollywood said, I agree with him. Everyone has a gun, but you want the person with the biggest gun to be the one that doesn't want to use it.
Yeah.
But these guys are sitting here saying death to America, death to Israel.
It's disrespectful. I think.
That's the part. You got to hit a bully hard. That's it.
Like he said, hey, even a hair, I will wipe you off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And you don't want to, because then there's kids, and we all know that. We don't tell you, hey, get the kids out of there. Human, period. But when it comes to power like that, sometimes you got to show them the light. You know what I mean? Or like you say, you're just going to keep pushing and pushing. No, I told you, I warned you. If we're all sitting here and we're as big presidents, we all come to a commitment, and you're getting out of hand, you got to be smacked around a little bit because the rest of us are telling you no.
You understand?
You're not respecting us. We come in this together. We want to keep world peace.
Yeah.
Well, we get together and say, well, he's got to go one way or another. And we'll hurt him the best way we can. You know what I'm saying? And So, because there's time, like you figured, feeling vulnerable as a United States of American a couple years ago, feeling real vulnerable. We talked about that.
Yeah.
We lost everything. We're just getting pushed around, getting told what to do.
Well, and you know what else? Just to point out something real quick is that someone was telling me, or I heard on a podcast actually. This guy, he comes from Lebanon. He was talking about how a lot of times when we talk about sympathy and empathy and all these things that we hold as Americans dear to our heart, these traits, these other countries hear those things and all they hear is these guys are weak. That's all they hear because they speak a different language, not literally a different language, but it's not the same universal language because they don't value the same things that we value.
Exactly.
But the only thing that they do respect is strength.
Yes.
You start smacking people around.
Yes.
They understand that. They don't understand. We want peace. They don't understand. They look at you like, oh, this dude's weak. He's afraid of us. So when Trump pushes buttons like that, it shows people like we got somebody in office that's not fucking around. I think that shows them a language they can understand.
And he even had Putin call him. You need any help? No, you take care of your own. You got enough problems. He told him.
Yeah.
Hey, Sosi wants to know how about Trump dropping the F-bomb on the press?
Sosi,
That
know
was
you
so
loved
fun.
it. He loved it.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was
like,
shocked.
my man.
I couldn't believe it. But
What up, Gump? Thanks for watching.
he's not playing.
Right.
And that's what you got to have sometimes. Like we talked earlier, you may not want to hear that, but it is what it is. He's being front. It's all there. It's not hidden, and it's out.
Yeah.
Tariffs.
And when he sent all those troops over there, like to bomb Iran, it's not like it was like a surprise. He said, "We're on our way."
Yeah.
I mean, here we go. And like you said, intercepted all theirs and he just bombed the fuck out of Iraq. No, Iran.
Yes. All right, very good. So, get into some Phillies fives here after play a little homage to Just James. You know what I'm saying? A little every day. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
All right, number one. If all humans suddenly lost the ability to lie, what industry would collapse first? What's a good bullshitting industry? So if you had to tell it straight up, which one would suffer the most?
Insurance companies. Bottom line, insurance companies.
Sell you a dream.
Yep.
Car dealerships too.
Valid.
Yeah. I think a lot of sales, but because a lot of sales is bullshit, but I feel like the best salesman, you sell yourself to the customer and they buy from you as opposed to the product. I'm a firm believer in that. So if you're straight up with them and you deliver and you're consistent, I think people respect that. And they buy
When I used to work at Cosley Pontiac, there was this guy, his name is Ron Williams. And he sold so many cars. I said, "What's your trick?" He says, "The trick is I don't ever talk about the car." Hey, so you golf? He goes, I get in their head. Because one time this guy wanted to buy a brand new Bonneville. He didn't have the money for the brand new Bonneville. So this guy, he fucking put him in like a Sunfire.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't even know it. He goes, "Yeah, the car's in the prep shop. Come on down. We'll sign the papers." And then he pulls the car up and he goes, "Your credit couldn't get you the Bonneville, but I got you this. And I know this is the color that you wanted." The fucking guy took it. He loved it. He's like, "Man, I appreciate your work." And I'm thinking, he goes,
He bought right into it.
because the guy sold him on himself, not the car.
Or these therapists. That's a no-no.
I was gonna say, but now I'm gonna have to say politicians.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
was going away.
That was going to be my answer.
That's it.
No doubt about
But
it.
yeah, psychiatrists too, man. They're fucking bullshit. They're making a new ism every other day. You got a new ism.
And I told somebody like this, I go, you got to remember, they're talking to somebody too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're talking to somebody too because they fucked up. And then you'll sit there and go, "Well, you know what, hey, James, I'll see you next week." They keep looking at that clock. Take the clock out of the room.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Conversation
Those
over.
therapists, a ton of them that commit suicide from like what they listen to all day.
yeah.
The fucking suicide rate is high.
Because it's confidential.
Yeah.
They got to eat it.
Tony Soprano kept going to that bitch.
Hey, Don, why'd you keep going back, Don? That's frowned upon.
I heard Tony's talking to the shrink. Yeah, that's just, And if it helps you, I guess, okay. But to me, it's bullshit.
I got another one for you here. Carnival games. That's a fucking. That's a
shit.
you know. And they suck them little kids in.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Here's a little bunny. You know, $180
Oh, sorry, you
later.
missed
know,
again.
Here, take this ball.
Yeah, you're getting closer there,
Shove
kid.
that ball up your ass, old man.
They're losers.
Yeah, they're losers. They're losers.
All right, number 2. I found this interesting because there was a feed on Facebook, and there was a lot of back and forth on
You
it.
say feet?
Feed.
Feet. Feet or
You wish I
feet.
said feet.
He's got quite the fetish.
He really does.
Honey, can I take your socks off?
All right, so should kids always have the father's last name or not? Is it situational, or should it be cut and dry? What do you guys think about it?
I think he has to earn it. You know what I mean?
Do you think the kid has to earn the last name?
I think the father has to earn it, because if this guy goes and walks away from his child,
Good point.
given his name, you're just
Yeah.
giving a name. You know what I mean? Like, why should you have that? You know what I mean? Show. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. Not just because, yeah, I made it. No, and I think it's up to what the mother decides, because that was her name. It's her child, just like yours. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know.
that's a good point.
Yeah,
is a good
absolutely.
point.
I agree with it.
And feel free, anybody at home wants to answer, chime in. I'll try my best to stay up on it.
I heard a good argument for taking the father's name, and this is usually in a good unit, but I never heard this argument before, and it made a lot of sense to me as far as who the kid takes the name after, as opposed to like the father or the mother. And the argument was, the reason the kid should take the father's name is because you're either taking the father's name or you're taking the mother's father's name.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man. So it's like, do you want the mom's dad's name or do you want the dad's name? Now, I think if you're a family unit, it's you take the father's name. But if you're not, it's kind of like you said, if the father's not around or didn't earn it, well then
Yeah.
how can you're not in the family unit?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. I believe that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All valid points.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, boys. Do you find it harder to make friends as you age?
Yes.
Why?
I don't like people as much as I used to.
That's why I like you. There you are.
That's a great point, man.
You ever just feel like that? Like you meet
I'm on-
people and it's like 5 minutes in, you're like, damn, I liked you like at the 3-minute mark.
Yeah.
Now we're getting
Yeah.
to the point where
Yeah.
I don't really need this shit.
A 5-minute conversation, you're already like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, damn, dude, you're sucking
wanna
shit out of
tap
me. I
out.
don't need.
Yeah. You just drove me crazy.
Like
in
I
2 minutes.
can't. I don't have time in my life
Exactly.
for you.
I just think it's with age. Like, I like meeting new people. But then I'm like, I don't like you. I already know right there. You're not going to be, because, you know, like we all talked about in the graduation, and you go on, are these people going to be here? And then you don't know. I got a lot of my peers that are still with me from the beginning. And it's weird because you just don't know. It's like, who's laying who to rest? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
but that big crowd, no, absolutely. You see from afar, you know, maybe a wedding or something like that. But
Yeah.
meeting new people, you never know what you come across. But you know, they could be very special too. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, just like, you know, and they're trying to sell like a salesman. You're just like, I don't like your dumbass.
It's almost like a callus. That circle gets harder to break through.
Yeah.
The longer and
Absolutely.
the longer you go on. I just
Because
really
you know
feel
what
that
you
way.
like. You know what you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you don't know how you bring this new person in the circle and how they're going to act.
And then, like, your circle gets tighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say smaller, but tighter.
Tighter, yeah,
because people
absolutely.
could still be in your circle, but
Yes.
Yeah.
they might not they might not get as many at bats
sure.
as this person does.
Why do I feel like I'm always on the outside? Because you are.
Yeah.
This is you can't you don't even if you act like you're too bougie, that's where you belong. On the outside.
Yeah.
Get us some drinks.
All valid points. All right.
Yes.
Insider Monkey, the top 10 countries with the most beautiful women in the world.
But you know that Brazil number 1. Brazil. By far.
Brazil is not top 5.
Oh,
Hollywood.
son of a bitch. How not?
All right, Russia.
Russia's number 4.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Big women. Very tall.
Very tall. Love Russia. Russia.
Puerto Rico.
No.
Really? I've been there. There's some bad bitches in there.
I'll give you number 5. Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
Wasn't on my list.
Mexico.
I mean, I didn't think about that, but I've never
No,
been to
really?
Czech Republic.
What about Sweden?
Sweden.
Sweden.
Top 10, but not top 5.
Wow.
Italy.
No.
Damn.
Spain.
Nope. I'll give you number 3.
Ne-
Greece.
Greece.
Greece?
Wow. I get that.
How about the
You wanna take a
Netherlands?
shot? You said forget about it.
Argentina?
No, sir. Which
Netherlands.
No. 2 left, boys.
Ireland.
I believe number 2 will shock you a little bit.
Germany?
China.
Germany?
No. Number 2 is Poland.
Oh,
Really?
The blonde, the blue eyes, you know.
that's what's up. Polish power right
Number
there.
1. What do you think?
Is it going to blow our mind?
One more guess. No, I don't think so. This is just maybe one you forgot about. Papa.
Damn.
Hold on. In the world, you said.
In the world.
Nigeria.
I'm going to go as far as... This is me. I'm going to go as far as
Far.
Arabic nation.
Thailand.
It's got to be one of them.
Wrong.
Got to be an Arabic.
This is ladies, not lady boys.
Anything to do with an Arabic.
Hey, man, this is 2025.
God. Them some pretty damn women, I'll tell you that, boy.
Who's that?
Arabic.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
Yeah, that Middle East. Oh, man.
Middle
that's
Eastern.
hot.
One more guess, Jay.
Mexico?
No, he said that. So number 1 is Colombia.
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 But I can't believe Colombia would be over Brazil.
Brazil was top 10, but it
Yeah,
fell at
okay.
9 in this survey.
Colombia. Not even Venezuela?
All right, last one, boys. If you could play a role in a movie with your own twist on it, what would it be?
A role in a
role.
movie with its own twist on it.
A role maybe you admire, one of your favorite movies, and you're like, man, I could play that, but I'd put, a little twist on it. What would it be? And kind of make it your own.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah. Come on, Hollywood. I thought this would be a softball for you. Hey, Don. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
Scarface comes to mind, but
Yeah.
I could see
I liked how they did it though. I don't know if I could change. You couldn't bring that to Detroit.
Yeah, it'd be
No.
I just think like the gangster, like the Godfather and them, it's different now.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
It could be any movie, though. It could be anything.
I'd say Goodfellas with a twist on it. Absolutely love it. One of my favorites.
Who would you be, Paulie?
No, I'd be Jimmy.
Jimmy.
I like Jimmy.
I like Jimmy.
What'd I tell you? You stupid or what? What'd I tell you about buying stuff? You stupid or what? But Jimmy, it's in my mother-in-law's. What'd I tell you? You stupid or what?
The Irishman. That'd be a good movie to do that with.
That's a good one.
I
Come on.
love that movie.
What do you think, movie man?
Maybe like my cousin Vinny or something.
Oh, that'd be
All right, yeah.
But I'd like, I don't know who I would be though. Maybe I'd like to be, I don't know, man. Like I'd probably like to be one of the guys on trial and just, maybe show what they were going through because they don't really show what the kids are going through too much on their own. Like the people that are convicted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine, like,
Or charged, I should say.
if
not
you could
convicted.
sit behind the mask of Michael Myers to think what he was thinking.
Oh, that'd be fucking.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see that? They have a movie like that. It follows the slasher guy. It's weird though. It's like his. It's from his POV the whole time.
I just never like what went through his mind, like they said, he's not human. He's coming back, like just.
That would
Wow.
be wild.
That'd be pretty cool to play that role.
That
You know
would
what I
be
mean?
cool.
If you got in, you're like, holy shit. Just like, wow, man. Just, I mean, every time that is, since a kid, Halloween is my number one. and always will be. And I'll watch it over again. Already know what's coming,
Oh yeah,
but I never lose it.
It's a good one.
Never.
Very good.
yeah, that is a good one.
All right, Hollywood, you're up. The this or that.
The this or that, damn you.
Damn you.
Damn you. Okay, Hollywood here has the this or that. Feel free to chime in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, would you prefer an indoor wedding or an outdoor wedding? Now, you know how them can be
I'm about to answer.
on the inside, and you know how them can be lavish on the outside. What would you prefer? Now, you either want the wedding in September, or maybe it gets cold. Of course, you'd want it in, so you'd have it in the later months. What would be one over the other that you would prefer to go, indoor or the outdoor? What you got, Cheech?
Well, as a DJ, and I've DJ'd many weddings, outdoor weddings are unpredictable because of the weather.
Okay.
You always have that. But that being said, we've done some outside, and they were beautiful. But I would prefer the in. I prefer the in because you could utilize the lights better.
Okay.
You could do whatever you want.
Okay. Just James.
You
Yeah.
can make it look like outside, inside.
Okay.
I'm the same way. I think outside looks beautiful, but I'd be worried. Like I have my wedding inside already, and it's just because outside's unpredictable.
But we got big tents. We got a
Yeah.
whole lot.
Yeah, and I
like
actually
big
think
tents
they
and I
look
cannot
nice.
lie.
I
Yeah.
think they look nice outside. I've seen especially some destination ones where they're on beaches.
Oh, yeah.
The water's in the background. I actually think here's what I would say. For me, inside, if I'm a guest, outside.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I see.
Play in the middle, huh?
Yeah. He played the fiddler.
I'm going outside. That's something I would want to
Okay.
just do. I just, I've been to so many inside weddings. I think for mine, I would like to be outside. I would prefer outside.
Nice. He prefers outside.
I love the sun.
Loves the sun. Bakes in it.
The sun's not guaranteed.
I'm gonna say outside.
Yeah. And why?
Fresh air is.
Just the beauty of it, the birds, everything. Like if it gets, I could drop the sides down. I've seen weddings inside, amazing. Like, wow, this is really badass.
So, like when you had the podcast outside that one morning, you
Yeah.
said it was just beautiful.
I loved
You could
it.
hear the
It was
birds.
amazing. Yeah, it was
Hot
amazing.
cup of coffee.
Jay, you
We're
remember
sitting-
that when you were virtual? We were sitting in the garage.
Yeah.
It was a vibe, though, man.
It was awesome. It was
Loved
awesome. We got to do that again. You know what I mean?
The Tim Hortons going.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
understand?
But yeah, I would like mine outside.
Yeah, outside.
Absolutely.
So you're getting married again? Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that. Would you prefer a naughty little girl, got quite class,
Yes.
or a classy, bougie ass woman?
Now
I'll take the naughty all day, man.
Define. What do you
Well,
mean?
she's naughty. She knows when to be naughty. Where you get some classy women, they're too classy and they're really too bougie, and they let you know about it.
No, I wouldn't do well with that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Me neither. I'll take the naughty
kitty cat.
kitty cat, where she's like, "Oh, I know when to be good. I know when to be good, kitty cat." Meow meow.
Know when to purr, know when to scratch. Meow.
We want to hear your take out there.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Even the bougie ones,
Yes.
don't be scared.
Summer event. Rafting on the water, barbecues, fire pits, amongst your friends, family, enjoying yourself, in the sun. Or you taking that lavish cruise. Which one would you do?
How long is the one day?
Week.
A week.
You're a week time.
So you're outside for the whole week with all your whole crew,
Yeah, you get to go to bed,
or you're on the boat.
or you're on the boat.
Nice boat. No, I'm taking the one with all my people all week.
Very good. Very nice.
And you motherfuckers would be there with me, kicking my drunk ass up. You hear me?
I'm doing the same thing, man. I can't. I haven't even been on a cruise. I don't know how it would hold up, man. I'm probably yakking every day, man.
Now you take that whole group and put them on that cruise. That'd be bad.
But you only get one now.
Nah, I know.
Yeah,
You understand?
I know.
Yeah.
I
That
understand.
would be fun. Like, I think that's the only way I would actually do it again is if
Yeah.
we had a bunch of people go at the
Let's
same
set
time.
it up.
Oh, you went
Because-
on a cruise?
Yeah, we did the Bahamas thing, and you're just so confined. There's so many people. It was beautiful. Like, the Bahamas and shit was awesome. Like, crystal clear waters. I mean,
Yeah.
it was nice, but a little too hectic, chaotic for me. I'd rather move at my own pace, especially if I'm on vacation trying to enjoy myself.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
So I would take the friends and family trip, outdoor trip.
Sometimes on those cruises, on the boat's nice because like when you go to them destinations, like okay, be back on the boat by 5, and you really can't go that far. Like you can't
Yeah.
really.
I think
get
that falls into
adventurous.
the bougie section too.
Yeah,
Come on, let's go. We got to get back on the boat.
yeah.
I'm gonna do the outdoor with the rafting and all that. The motors of the boats flying by, the
Yeah,
sunset.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Just
man.
enjoying it.
And here's the
Yeah.
other thing. You got buffets on these cruises, right? Mm-hmm. I felt like Ric Flair, bro. I mean, I got so sick. Like, my stomach was
He
clutching.
literally shit himself.
Yeah.
We had a couple bad days there. You understand?
Yeah.
And someone's telling you this is what you're gonna eat.
Yeah.
Like this is what we got.
Yeah.
Compared to you saying, hey guys, what do we want to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's no fun when you can't trust a fart, bro. You can't trust a fucking fart, man. You got to get that bet covered.
There ain't no doubt.
Nah, that-
Exactly.
That ain't good.
Okay. So, would you, to get to the Lions Super Bowl, streak naked 5 blocks down Michigan Avenue for your tickets?
5? Who the fuck can run 5 blocks? Even
5
with clothes
blocks, you're
on,
streaking.
motherfucker.
Go easy.
Or give your girl with one of the players for a ticket to the Super Bowl and home tickets for the next 5 years. But you gotta let your girl be with one of the football players.
Oh,
Which
hell
one is
no.
it?
I'm streaking, man. Balls out, everything else.
Eggs might be throwing at you. Nails may be throwing at you.
Well, I might be able to
Fine.
take you to one of them games within that 5-year stretch. But that's the part I'm taking.
You trading her in?
Hell
Hey,
yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, baby, go give me the
Parking pass. Tailgates. I'm on the bitch at the tailgate,
And you
man.
get
I
for
don't
5
need her.
years, you got home tickets to
Hell
every
yeah,
game.
man. I told you what I'm doing. Go
I
ahead.
think Cheech was at a Diddy party, man.
What you gonna do, Just Jay?
Hey, Zadarius, take this bitch.
I don't even like football enough to do that shit anyway, but I'm streaking. Ass out and everything, man. I'm fucking.
That shit flopping on your legs and shit. You gotta go 5 blocks now, Michigan Avenue, man.
If I'm lucky, it'll flop on my legs, man. Depending on how cold it is. I don't know.
Depending time of the year, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit,
that's
what you
funny.
gonna do, man?
Oh, I'm streaking all day.
You're streaking.
I ain't passing mine around, man.
Hey, baby, I really need them tickets, girl. I love you, girl, but I need them tickets. Oh, okay.
That's good shit.
Last one. If you were forced to eat bull balls or that nasty pig balls,
Those are big-
which one are you going to eat?
So bull's balls
Very large.
What are we
or
doing?
nasty pig balls.
And you see them nasty bad boys. They're very large, both.
So we're getting into like a fear factor type.
Something of that sort, but you've only got 2 choices.
What
You got to eat one of them.
what kind of dipping sauce do I get?
What was that? Oh no, there ain't no dipping sauce.
It comes down to whether you like beef or pork. Well, you know what I mean?
So what are the 2 animals? Bulls.
Bull balls or pig balls?
I'm gonna say pig balls will be smaller, so I'm gonna go with the pig
Oh
balls.
no, them very large.
Yeah.
You
Pig
going with
balls.
Pig balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the pork.
Yeah, the pork.
I'm not. I mean, I'll eat it, but give me that bull balls, man. Go big and go home, baby.
Well, I'll tell you what. Being a bull myself, I'm going with the bull balls. That's my this or that, gentlemen. But once again, you got to go, babe. I need them tickets. Yes, I need them tickets.
Tickets, very good. All right, boys, you ready for the fives of the week?
Let's do it.
All right, fellas, episode 171 featuring Just James in the building. It's time for the fives of the week. So today we are doing our top 5 movie scenes of all time. And Jay, since you're the guest of honor, I'll let you kick it off and we'll just spin it back that way.
All right. So the first one I started off with, the movie's Karate Kid. Favorite scene from Karate Kid is when you learn that all the work Daniel-san's been doing actually is going to pay off. Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax on.
One of my favorite scenes of
Could
all
you
time.
say that? Let's hear how it's said.
Daniel-san.
Wax on, wax off. Big circle, small circle.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh, that's good.
Very
shit.
good.
Very good.
All right, Cheech, what do you got?
All right, my number 5 is from Pulp Fiction.
Ooh. Nasty.
I don't even need to tell you who this is. And say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Love that movie.
Oh, that's an awesome scene.
That dude, that movie was just one of them ones. I've seen it like 5 fucking times, and every time it's just, man, I can't shut it off.
That's a really good. Actually, that's probably my favorite Sam Jackson movie.
Yeah.
because he's
Samuel L.
really.
J.,
I
yeah.
mean, that's Sam Jackson's usually a side character, and in that one, it seems like he's the guy in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
He killed that.
Those two together were just, Travolta's role and his role. They just, for some reason, man,
Yes.
that shit just fit. Doing the dance and the shit.
Oh man.
Both had their own power.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. They both just commanded the screen.
Yeah. Classic, man. Hollywood, what do you got?
I'm sure you boys all know this one. Fredo, you're my older brother. But you don't ever go against the family. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Get in the boat.
Very powerful scene. When
Yes.
Yeah.
And that scene comes from when, when he knew that Fredo knew that his father was going to get set up in that stand. And was going to shoot him and stuff like that. When he got shot, picking the oranges and all that. And Fredo knew. That's when Michael knew. That's cold-blooded. Your own father.
Yeah. That's
You
wild.
know, with Mo Green and them.
Yeah.
That was sad. That was like, and I didn't know that until I went back and seen all that. But that was powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Get down. I'm going back, man. So I actually pulled this one kind of from my childhood. Eric, you'll appreciate the graphics back then, but the original Jurassic Park, the T-Rex scene on the bridge, John Grant.
John.
And what's the other guy's name? He's still in commercials today with the glasses, slick
Jeff
back hair.
Goldblum.
Yeah. Dude, that was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And
Amazing.
that T-Rex scene when he came out, bro. Oh, it was crazy. Love it. I went back and watched it actually last night. Kind of took me back, man.
Nothing can repeat that magic. Because they got a new Jurassic Park in theaters now, but it just seems like nothing can repeat the magic of the first one.
Yeah,
No.
now graphics and AI, it's so crazy now, but that was a time where it was kind of rare,
Yeah.
So I thought it was dope, always have. So that's one of my favorites of all time.
Absolutely. I love that movie. Always will.
James, back to you, sir.
All right, so I don't know if you guys saw this movie. It's kind of like to me it's a hidden gem. It's called Whiplash. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
You have seen it? Oh, that's amazing. Have you seen it?
No.
Damn. All right, well, it's about a band, but one of my favorite scenes is when J.K. Simmons, who's the teacher, smacks the shit out of the student because he's asking him if he's rushing or dragging, if he's going too fast with the drums or too slow, but he's physically abusing him, just beating him down. It's a crazy scene because he's trying to push him to his limit, and it's an amazing piece of acting, and J.K. Simmons won an Oscar for that role. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's a really good movie. You haven't seen it.
I'll have to check it out. Very good. Chief.
Very, very nice.
So my number 4 is it's from Meet the Parents. Robert De Niro, when he says, "I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?" Because he hated who Ben Stiller was dating his daughter, and that was just a different role for Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Normally he played the tough guy. He was the mob guy, but yeah, that was just one of them scenes where it's like, wow, this guy's pretty fucking funny too.
He can actually play different roles pretty well. There's a show on Netflix, I think it's called 0 Day. It's actually really good. He plays a former president.
I seen that. I watched that one night. Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really good.
I thought so too. You guys check it out. It's weird to see him in different roles
Yeah.
outside of gangster flicks, but he's actually very talented. That's a funny one. I like that.
Very good. Very good. I'm going to go with Denzel Washington. Fences.
Oh man.
This part very, when his son says, do you like me? And he tells him, it's not my job to like you. It's my responsibility to take care of you, not to like you. You sleep in my bed. You eat my food. I put electric on you. He said, you think my boss pays me because he likes me? He pays me because he owes me. Now, don't you go around this world now worrying about people liking you. Because I ain't got to like you. That point, when he was stressing to him, was so powerful, in that movie. And it's the truth.
Yeah.
As you take care of as father's taking care of responsibility of his son. You know what I mean? The bills. And another part when he told his son, the other one, borrow you $10. You only come around when you want something. I work hard for this money to give to you, and then you pay me back whenever you feel like it. But any other time I don't mean anything to you, no, I'm not giving it to you. And the mother would say, oh, just, no. I work too hard to just give him my $10. So he was telling the other son about, he didn't want him going on in the world worrying about people liking him. It's his duty, it's his job as a father to take care of him. Do all the essential needs that you're supposed to do. And that right there is one of my favorite of all time. Yeah. With that, because I think every man that does that, and Denzel, I know it's a movie, but how he played that part, I was thrown away by that part. You know what I mean? Like, you just didn't see Denzel play parts like that. But that was cool, and that's one of my favorite right there.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
all his movies.
He's very versed,
Training
too.
Day, man. That was a good flick too.
I got one you'll know. A really good movie for later on. Probably my favorite. But my number 2 is Shawshank Redemption. Red's parole hearing. When he finally tells that young kid, you do whatever you want, sonny. Go ahead and check off your boxes and sign your paper. But he finally gets out, And then he, goes through that whole process. And a quick number 2 in the same movie would be when Andy gets out of prison. Like, you can't top that, man. That movie is one of probably my all-time favorite movie. Just an amazing story. I thought it was pretty dope. And how he struggled, getting back into society after being in the pen for so long. Mm-hmm. Morgan Freeman, another goat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that voice
Amazing.
is iconic,
Yeah,
man.
just a couple times in that movie. When you've been institutionalized, you don't understand the outside world. All I know is what's in here.
I miss my friend Andy.
Yeah.
Andy
He
Dufresne.
was good, man. Get busy living
Get
or
busy
dying.
The classic, bro.
Yeah.
There's so many.
That's one,
it's
if
hard,
you're
man.
flipping and it's on, I just watch
You just
it.
watch
I
it,
don't
yeah,
care
every
what
single
fucking
time.
part of it. I just watch
Yeah.
it.
That one, Casino, Goodfellas, when they're
Oh
always
yeah.
on. Yes.
Yeah.
Jay?
So number 3 is there's a scene from Schindler's List where Liam Neeson is telling everyone that he could have got more. He saved all the Jews that he could. He said, I could have got more out. There's like a scene where he breaks down after the war ends in World War II, and he said, I could have got more. And he starts looking at all these things. He's like, this pin, 2 people. I could have got 2 people for this pin. He looks at a car and he says, 10 people right there. They would have given me 10 people for this car. and he's breaking down crying, and it hits me every time I watch that movie because it really shows you how when he starts looking at material things as human souls and saying, why did I hold on? He's like, why did I keep the car? I could have gotten 10 people. It just kind of makes you think about how valuable people really are versus the things that we hold on to. So that scene hits me every time.
And for as much as he did, he's mad at himself. You know, I don't know how many people he got out, but he's just like, well, this could have been 20 more. This
I think he got out 1,100 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe one at 1101. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that,
Yeah.
that's numbers. You know what I'm saying? In your head. I mean, it's strong.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Powerful, dude.
Yeah, that scene hits me. He's kind of, it's funny because Liam Neeson's become the Taken guy.
Yes. Yeah, I love him.
But that scene, I mean, he was such a great actor, and that scene was so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, bro. Like it.
I'll find you.
Yeah. I didn't care for his last movie though. Absolution was not that great.
I will find you and I will kill you. It's like, fuck.
It's like you tell your daughters, that is dad. That will happen.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Very good.
So mine is, this would be from, what's the movie here? Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, man.
Let's hear it.
Another
This would
classic.
be Anthony Hopkins. A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. And just in that face, just looking at the people, man, that was a fucking...
Do you remember the music that was playing in the background during that time?
No.
When he was up against that thing? He was saying it? That cage? It had like that, I believe it was like that classic instrumental music. Real weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost like the Vatican.
That was just a weird fucking movie, man.
I'll never forget that part, though.
Fava beans.
Fava beans.
Fava beans and a nice Chianti.
They were scared of him, though. No doubt about that. He's one of my favorite. One of the older cats. Just the movies he played in.
Oh yeah, Hollywood.
Irishman, Jimmy Hoffa. Tony Jack comes to the meeting late. Well, I ran in traffic. He goes, you wear shorts and a shirt to a meeting? Well, it's hot out. It's only hot in New York. That's how you come to a meeting? In shorts? And you're 15 minutes late. No, I'm not. I'm 12. I don't wait for nobody over 10 minutes. You sending me a message or something? No. I was late. Traffic. Nah. Anything after 10 minutes, you're basically telling me go fuck myself. And that was it. That's what he told me. He don't wait for nobody. And he thought it was disrespectful that he came in shorts and a shirt. You wear a suit to a meeting.
On top of being late.
On top of being late.
Damn.
He was so strong on that being late.
Yeah.
10 minutes I'll give you. After 10 minutes, you're telling me go fuck myself. And then you come in like that, not a suit, to a meeting. Disrespectful. That I love that part when he does that, Hoffman.
Damn.
Very good. I got the Dark Knight scene, the interrogation scene.
Oh, let's go. Come on.
Because when Batman is just whipping on him, and it's like you almost feel empathy for the bad guy, you know? And Joker's basically showing him that he's a beast and an animal too, you know what I mean? So it's crazy manipulation there. And God, Heath Ledger's such a great job playing the Joker, dude. Love that movie.
Is he the best one?
So many
movie.
good scenes. I think so. I absolutely think so.
I think so too.
I mean, I don't think that'll ever be topped.
No.
And there's so many different spin-offs and versions of it, but it can never be duplicated.
He crushed that role.
Yeah. Even in the scene with all the gangsters and stuff.
Oh yeah.
To walk in there and, you know what I mean, and about to get popped, but hold his own and negotiation skills and just creepy son of a bitch, but you gotta love him, man.
And all those scenes are memorable too with the Joker. Like you could almost pick one scene, each one of those with him in it to be a favorite.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're all iconic scenes. Even the intro with all the people in the masks. That it's like
Yeah.
he told me to shoot you. And it's like funny thing is he told me the same thing. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Why so serious?
He was the best, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died young, didn't he?
All right.
Oh,
Pete.
yeah.
Yeah, he died, I believe, during filming
Yeah.
that movie. So they had to finish it. But yeah, man, crazy.
All right. Number 2, my cousin Vinny.
Nice.
The 2 Utes.
The 2 Utes.
Two Utes.
The 2 Utes.
2 what? The 2 Utes. What is a Ute? Oh, I'm sorry. Youths. I love that scene. I love almost every scene in that movie, but my cousin Vinny is hilarious.
Yeah, that's a
That-
And the
that
judge,
scene
the
and the
judge
judge.
was Herman Munster.
Yes, yes.
Herman
Yeah,
Munster
yeah, yeah.
was the fucking judge.
The Munster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great flick.
yeah. But it's actually the scene that I love the most is when he starts getting the hang of it and he starts knocking off the witnesses one by one.
Yeah.
He finally figures out because of the grits. You know, he's like, "What? You gonna tell me you cooked your grits in 5 minutes with these magic grits? Do the laws of physics defy? Does your stove defy the laws of
Yeah.
physics?" It's crazy.
The angle was so fucking crazy.
I love that. I love that scene.
Remember, he's going to throw him in jail. One more word out of you. That's crazy.
All right, mine is from A Few Good Men. This is a couple different. This is in the courtroom scene. Consider yourself in contempt, Colonel Jessup. Did you order the code red?
Love it. Love it.
You don't have to answer that question. I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. That shit was badass.
Code Red was called on Santiago. That was tough.
That was a good, yeah.
Oh, you can't handle the truth. You know what I go through every day would make you sick to your stomach. A pig's belly. What I deal with. Oh, yeah.
I like when he said, he goes, I sit on my porch and I drink coffee 300 yards from 10,000 people that want to kill me.
I might watch that this weekend.
Yeah. Good
Love it.
shit.
I love it. My 2. My second one is Sopranos. Guys, pussy's wired. Son of a bitch. That pussy, I pussy. I pussy tone. Well, hold on. Before we get any accusations, nobody's whacking anybody here. We find the truth. Oh, Tone. I knew something. Christopher. Oh, my God, Tone. What a scene. What a scene.
Hey, Don, Chrissy's on that shit again.
He was pissed. Paulie was like, son of a bitch. I'd take him, Tone. You know, that part was so strong because he loved him. That was his boy. And then the part you find out down when you talk to Vin, who was a detective, and Vin had to tell him. He goes, what do you call me around? He goes, you always going to talk to me like that, Tony? He goes, yeah, sure, I'm paying you. He goes, you remember when he was in Vegas? What do you think he was doing? He was in Vegas ratting on all you. That's when he knew that it was his own boy. That he, and then he started acting funny. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Avoiding stuff like that. And he was wired.
Oh, push.
All that shit. Push. But yeah, that one with Paulie was amazing. Son of a bitch. They get him, Tone.
Son of a bitch.
Uncle Jude.
Oh man, that's that show, man. That's gonna live on forever too. I could rewatch that a million.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, my number 2 is from Remember the Titans. We had talked about this the other night, man.
Another good.
And there's a million scenes in this movie
Yes.
that you can take because for those that don't know, the integration of schools back in the day, how he ran them through the night to Gettysburg
Yes.
to try to bring them together. You know what I'm saying? And the most powerful point in the movie is when Gary and Julius, someone made a play in the backfield. Left side, strong side, left, and that's when that brotherhood formed. And that's the one place on the football field, and in most sports, where you don't got to worry about the racial bullshit.
Yeah.
Like everybody's working in unison towards that one goal. and it has a lot of messages in that movie, and that's just one of them. But it's a powerful scene,
Absolutely.
and it's dope.
That was a good
And,
movie.
Yeah, man, my favorite football movie of all time. And even like the coach,
I forget his
Yost.
name.
is it Yost?
Yeah, Yost.
At halftime when he's he gives up the Hall of Fame because they see they're fixing the game. He wasn't having it. He sees the kids getting frustrated. Herman's frustrated. He's like, no, man, I worked my whole career. I'm here. I'm not letting these kids down. He pulled that referee aside. And then he tells them in the huddle, make them remember the night they played the Titans. That's a classic line.
Classic.
Man.
Yeah,
Gives
that
me
is.
goosebumps, man. I love that shit.
That's a good scene too.
Yeah. So
That's a
it's
really
hard to
good
pick
scene.
between those two, but I love those two.
That's good stuff. Real good stuff.
Yeah,
You understand?
All right, so being that you guys are sports guys and I'm really not, I still had to pick a movie that has somewhat of sports in it. I don't know if you've guys seen it, but it's a scene from Field of Dreams. And it's at the end, so spoiler alert. It's where Kevin Costner's character, Ray Kinsella, sees his dad who's passed away, but he comes back and he's young, and they see each other because when he was alive, they had some bad blood, and he asks him if he wants to play catch with him. That was like that scene to me. Since my dad passed away, it makes me cry every time I watch it because it's like what I wouldn't give to have to play catch with my dad one more time.
Yeah.
It's such
Yeah.
it's a
That's good
powerful
stuff.
scene.
That is
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful, very powerful, touching. When it can grab you like that, a movie, and you kind of like see yourself, and what you want. That's very touching.
It's another classic too.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah.
good, very good. pick.
Mine is from Animal House.
Oh yeah, awesome. Let's go. Let's hear it.
Oh snap!
It's over. Over? Did you say over? Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Guy goes, Germans, let him go. He's on a roll. It's not over. It's when the going gets tough. The tough get going. Who's with me? And he fucking runs out and
I love
nobody
that.
follows him.
Did you ever have that shirt he had, the college on the front?
Yeah,
I had that
college.
shirt. Yes, I
Yeah,
loved it.
party animal.
Belushi. God, man, he was young.
Yeah.
He was young.
They just had Bill Murray was on some podcast. I think it was Sean Ryan's show or something, but said he really wasn't a party animal. They said he would drink like 2 or 3 beers and he'd be drunk. Belushi was.
It was just the drugs he took.
Just the drugs, the cocaine, and shooting up. They said he was fucking shooting up.
Didn't he die with vomit or something? He choked on his vomit?
He choked on his own vomit. Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's crazy. That's your last one?
That's my last one.
You guys remember this one from Scarface when Tony and Romeo are sitting there at the table? He's going, hey, Tony, look at the girls over there, man. Tony, look at them. I'm going to show you how to get chicks. He goes, hey, man, how you get chicks, man? He goes, what the fuck is that, man? That looked like some kind of a lizard, man. He goes, well, Tony, that's how you get chicks. She goes, well, you show me, Romeo. He goes, watch this chick, Tony. Let me go over there. So then he sees this chick over there. He goes over there. So Tony goes over to the kids. He goes, watch this, man. You're going to flick his tongue right there. And he goes, like some kind of lizard. He goes over there. He goes, hey, baby. He flicks his tongue. He's like, she goes, smacks him, creep. He goes, walks away. He goes, bitch, lesbian. He tried to tell Tony what that's how you pick up chicks. Tony was laughing his ass off, man.
I like that one scene. He's sitting in the hot tub, and who was the chick? Who was the blonde hair?
Stone.
Yeah, Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone, yes.
He's sitting there. Come here, you white piece of bread. It's just sitting in the
Built this? Me.
It's another Quello. She'll be back. You know what a house says, Frank?
Yeah, you white piece
Oh,
of bread.
Frank. I mean, come on, Frank. You try to set me up, Frank.
Amigo Benganone.
You a piece of shit, Frank.
I'm gonna watch all these movies the next 2 weeks, man. I'm gonna be binging that shit.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
why it's great. It brings it back to
It
life.
does, man.
Yeah.
That's
But
mine.
what is something current that's gonna last like that?
Hold on, I'm not done yet. I got my
Okay.
last one. My last one is John Q.
Oh, yeah.
My son is gonna live. It's when he threatens to take himself out, and the doctor finally gives in. Like, imagine being in that position.
Very good movie.
Very good movie.
Very good.
I mean, Denzel can play,
Oh, yeah.
a number of roles, but man, he was rock solid in that one too. And it just showed the love he had for his son, and he was willing to do anything. Lock the
Absolutely.
damn hospital down, take himself out. His son needed a transplant, and yeah, that was a powerful scene too.
Get that doctor, too.
Yeah,
You
so
get it right.
ain't no doubt. He found it. He's like, wow, this guy is serious. And
Yeah.
I'm getting out of here until I do this.
I mean, that
operation.
love, the love, that power for your son.
Yeah.
Your I mean, child, even with a daughter, when you come to a thing where it becomes where you're powerless, you know what I mean? And you're looking at them as like, you're this high power. You got to fix them. And they're humans too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wearing a coat. I need you.
And sometimes they can. That's scary.
Yes.
You know
On your
that's always
best
a
day.
chance.
Yeah. My daughter was in the hospital. He had 2 girls. I said, you're going home tonight with your 2 daughters. My daughter ain't going home. There's a difference. But he was great. And I'm always thankful for him that he took care of her. The surgery was longer than it was supposed to have been.
Mm-hmm.
But you see them pressures, and that's sometimes things come out of you like that, just normal for a father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
'Cause that could be a crippling experience. And going through it with Mikey, same thing.
Yes.
We had a moment where we were getting jerked around by these doctors, and I just flipped out on the phone. I said, listen, no. We made this time. He's been getting pushed off. We made the time. We're doing it today.
Yeah.
They tried to cancel on me again. It's like, no, we're not doing that.
No, I'm not playing no games here.
I did everything I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Trying to get me on insurance again, some bullshit. And sometimes you have to fight it because, again, you got to be your own biggest advocate in those situations.
Yep.
That's where, it kind of connected.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it.
So,
That's how my brother died. So my brother had he had leukemia. He was 36 at the time. I was like 23. So they're waiting for the insurance to get approved for a bone marrow transplant. And then he's supposed to get the transplant in May, but September had a relapse, got into the spine, which is the same fluid that your brain floats on.
yeah.
And then that's what ended up killing him.
And you wonder if they just
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah. And now leukemia is curable. Like they can do the transplants and you could live another 20, 25 years, but he never got that opportunity, man.
sad.
That is
Sad. I'll go see this doctor, cancer, whatever. Oh, 3 months on a waiting list? So you're just telling me, well, then that whole lot's going to
Yeah.
change. You're full of shit.
And the whole thing was, well, we don't know if the insurance is going to
Oh,
come.
God.
Yeah.
Let's talk
So
about the
once
person.
again,
Right.
The person.
yeah.
We'll take care of the back end of the insurance.
Yeah. Well, good fives, man. It
Absolutely,
brought me
gentlemen.
back there. Any honorable mentions? I got the balls on the drum set from the Step Brothers. Just to lighten it up a little
Could
bit.
you repeat that one, please?
Balls on the drum set.
I do have.
Brennan.
See if you can guess where this one's from. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Bueller.
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 Yeah. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was another one, man.
That was awesome.
He
God,
would
what a
just
great
stop
movie.
and he would just say something. See, now it's this part in the movie where, I get the girl and he doesn't. It's just fucking.
Yep.
It was brilliant because you can never recreate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. He had all these contraptions. It looked like he was sleeping. He was in his bed, and his sister was just so pissed off the whole time because
Yeah.
You know what I liked in the comic Marvel was when Bane goes, "Tell Batman that I'm finally going to take over Gotham City," and then all of a sudden you see the field just crushing and stuff like that. Oh, that was crazy, man.
Speaking of that, did you see the Avengers Endgame?
No.
Final scene, that was badass too. Where you get everybody joins together to try to take Thanos down. It's badass. Also, I struggled saving Private Ryan, that Omaha Beach scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Crazy. Like, oh man, I felt bad. Like all these dudes just getting heads blown off.
Oh, yeah.
Just brutal.
I wanted to do Gomer Pyle. Is that your donut, Gomer Pyle?
I want to do that Goodwill Hunting scene with Robin Williams and Matt Damon too. That was a good scene.
yeah.
Anything Robin Williams is just.
God, who would have thought with that guy?
I know.
Like, you just didn't know behind the eyes. Like,
Yeah.
what a great... And it's, like, even started from when it was Mork and Mindy. I remember that. Shot bud.
Yeah. He could turn it off and turn it on. I mean, that guy was brilliant.
And just
too.
didn't know that he was in that type of kind of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mentally, like, it's like... That was a big blow. Surprise. Real big surprise.
People forget that behind the stardom, they are real people.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
They battle things just like
One of my
But
favorites.
to shut that off and act,
Yeah.
and you're happy and he's crazy and this and that, and then when the light's off, man, he was just so caught
I
up.
always thought he was a little different. You know what I mean? Like when I looked at him as an actor compared to some of the other ones,
Yeah.
But I took him for what he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I always, like, he was just different, Robin Williams. You know what I mean? I wasn't
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to say, well, I kind of expected that because I didn't. I was shocked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, because he would always talk good and everything. He just,
Well, none of us really know what it's like to have a microphone jammed in your face. Every fucking thing that you do, you're gonna go grocery shopping. You're gonna, eventually you got to have people do that for you, and it's like, it's not fair. It ain't fair. You should be able to go to the mall by yourself with your wife and your kid, without getting, oh my God, can we get a pic? Can we?
Listen to that Michael
shit would
Jackson.
drive me crazy.
Listen to that Michael Jackson story. Dude, they have you.
It comes with it though. They know what you're
It is, yeah, yep,
When you get into entertainment, big sports athletes, like it sucks, but
yeah.
it comes with the territory.
When like Jackson was talking about, his dad telling him he was ugly. He's look at that nose on you. Michael's like,
How do you say that?
he goes, but he's like, your father's telling you he's ugly, and you got a fat, ugly nose. He goes, and he couldn't be a kid. He's like, being a kid was being on stage. I didn't have birthday parties. I had a birthday party with my brother and sister. That was it. I wasn't allowed to. And he talks about, he keeps going on and on about the whole event. And, how he let the kids sleep in the bed and he slept on the floor. He said, I was a kid inside of a man's body. I just wanted all this entertainment. I wanted everyone to be happy and have fun.
That's wild.
That's sad that you can never do that
No.
as a kid. Like, we got to play, do things, go to birthday parties. Imagine that taken away from you. You don't know what that's like. No, you don't go with them. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to rehearse.
Yeah, that's it. Make me money.
Judge James, got any closing thoughts, closing words, brother?
I'm just happy to be here, man. Happy to.
Oh, you look so normal. It's just you.
I'm just happy to be here. Honestly, I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you, brother.
And what you guys have accomplished and where you're going and what you're doing. It's so dope to see and be a part of, and even just seeing the growth of this dude right here, man. Like, we talked about having a small circle and harder to make friends.
Yes.
Like, we've been friends for so long that we're family.
Yeah.
And that's all of us now. It doesn't matter. And that's why it's like, you're already my family just because you're here with these guys.
Yeah, well, thanks,
So,
man. I
it's-
appreciate that.
And you two over there, same
Easy.
thing.
Go easy.
It's dope, man. That's dope.
That's the easiest way to make new friends is through family. It's
Yeah.
just
And you know
all
what's so
mutual.
good about it too is the people that maybe didn't get to see before, now they get to see who you are.
I'm sorry
And
about that,
originator,
guys.
You know what I'm saying?
They're
Here's
like,
one of
can
the
we go
originator.
back to audio only? This guy's ugly.
Get the small box.
He
That's
just
good
looks
stuff.
like a shaman now. That's all.
Shaman.
I do prayers on the side.
Put that beanie on him. Good stuff, man.
How is it with the beard though?
Dude, it fucking sucks, man. In the summertime, it's crazy. It gets crazy. But I like it though.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
wife doesn't, but I like it.
It's kind of doesn't it remind you of Dieter a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dietz had it.
Yeah.
Those
Did he
skater
cut it
dude.
now?
I think no, it's still down there. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, I mean, like the thing is I put a lot of time into it and growing it out, So part of me, I get so frustrated with it, but then if I cut it, I'm just like, well, now I'm just gonna look normal.
Yeah.
I kind of like it because it makes me look odd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
And it takes away from my schnoz, you know what I mean?
The schnitzel.
Well, it's good shit, my brother. I appreciate you, man, making the time.
Thanks for
Much
having
love as
me.
Absolutely, my
always.
brother.
Yeah.
Thanks
So-
for having me, guys.
Remember, email us at 5softheweekpodcast@gmail.com. Also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and listen to us on Apple and Spotify. I love y'all. Be good.
We are a family. And even in this fucked up day and age, that means something.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.